starting it off with some jazzy tunes. Well. It is another Saturday day live. My name is Satima Ra. The S could stand for Satima, right? Or Sati, but I am going with Superwoman mode today because I have been reminded of the importance of detoxification, of gut health, of being aware of the parasites and all of their many incarnations in this world. So, as many of you know, I am deep into my 21-day turnaround challenge with Kukua Fitness. So today was day 12, and I'm feeling good. I've dropped a few lbs or pounds. I don't know what that is in the metric. Maybe a couple stone, maybe half a stone. I don't know. I've seen that in some British films. But yeah, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling vibrant. I feel like my skin is getting nice and shining. That's probably from cutting out a lot of poor choices in beverages, primarily sticking with water and green tea as of right now. And yeah, so I'm feeling really good about that. And what I'll also say is I've noticed that I haven't been maybe losing weight as quickly as I thought I would. And then it occurred to me, diet is important too. Well, I definitely know Thoth. And I think that name gets interchanged with Hermes Trismegistus. But the emerald tablets, we'll just say, the emerald tablets definitely state as above, so below, as within, so without. So whatever is going on in our outside, there are things going on the inside too. And so I was kind of taking a look at that and reminded about our microbiome of our gut health, and being aware of what all goes on in there. And talking about parasites and just they're these microscopic organisms. Well, if you can see them, the visible ones we often refer to as worms. The ones that are naked to the eye are microscopic parasites. And the human body can host something like 300 different species of parasites at any different time. Now, when we're talking about the microbiome, we definitely have there's a whole system going on. It's a whole world, a whole new world inside your gut, all over your body, really, when you think about it. Our bodies are so amazing, which is why we really ought to take care of them, housing all of our enormity and awesomeness. I could take care of you. I could do a little, keep you on the up and up, keep your gears oiled, so to speak. And so you definitely have healthy bacteria that needs to be maintained in the gut. It's all about having balance. This life is all about balance. And so this is where I'm at with my 21-day reset journey. It's I was like, ooh, okay, so 12 days in, I'm making great progress, and I probably need to kick it up a notch. And then I was reminded, so it's really important to detox your system, especially at the change of the seasons. There's a whole, the way that they live, it's, what is that, crop farming, when people will farm one portion of their land and then move all of their livestock to another portion of the land so that land can rebuild, and then they just kind of rotate around their whole thing. I think it's something like that. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm no nutritional coach. I'm no licensed, anything like that. I am a certified Kukwa African dance instructor, though. And I'm just here talking about some things that have come into my awareness that I just wanted to share with y'all. And I'll definitely be putting resources and links in the comments and the subjects and the description and such. Because it's just a matter of, I listen to a lot of different people, and if it makes sense, I roll with it, I work with it. And if it doesn't, I let it go. If it's not useful, then it's useless. Let it go. So I was reminded, this week alone, there have been maybe 3 or 4 talks on detoxing. I was like, is life trying to tell me something, I think? Methinks that's accurate. So, for example, what really triggered this was I do a little bit of work for, helping behind the scenes for a podcast called Women Connected in Wisdom podcast with Christine and Shannon, and they're excellent. They just started their 7th season. It's really wonderful talks and subject matter. And this week they had a guest. Her name is Alison Brill. Now, she is a licensed naturopathic coach, gut health, and all that good stuff. So, go visit her stuff and learn more about her if you want some assistance with some of these facts and such. But what she was sharing about was that, there are trillions of bacteria in our microbiome. And 70% of our immune system, or up to 70% as far as we know, is affected by our gut health. So if that should tell you anything alone, right? When it's like, what does your gut feel? We even have these sayings that we kind of take for granted. It's like, no, there's power in your gut. I even believe that there are some ancient traditions who believed that the seat of the soul was in the gut. So it's a very important area, not just for women and our womb wisdom, but for all of us, for maintaining healthy balance in our lives. What I find really curious about parasites and how they can affect us is they're always in us. You can never eliminate them entirely. That's just, we just live in a world that's designed by a parasite, an archon, so they're spiritual parasites too. But we're literally everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, there's some sort of poison being fed to us through the air with chemtrails, certainly fluoride in the water. There's a problem when you have to pay extra for organic food, which is actually what food should be. There's a problem when it's really affordable to buy, artificial coloring and preservatives and nothing real in those ingredients. Real words, maybe. So it requires a sense of vigilance on our part to be aware and to do what we can to assist our body, which is doing the most to battle. And the fact that you're staying up and staying tough and pushing forward in your training and whatever it is that you're desiring to accomplish and achieve, that's incredible, because there's a lot going against us. So just give yourself a hug, give yourself some love for the work that you are doing. And I'm just suggesting we can kick things up a notch by taking detoxification, fasting, awareness deeper into our bodies, incorporating that into our regular routines and things. So what I typically do is there's a website, Hidden Power Wellness with Nazir Ra. He also has Hidden Power University. Actually, it's a great site if you're just into a lot of different metaphysical things. It's a great one-stop shop for a lot of that. But the wellness store has this detox tea, a morning parasite annihilation and an evening parasite annihilation. Well, the two together is called the parasite annihilation. And so you can take the evening, and I'm not sponsored or anything for this. I'm just sharing some of the tools that I use. The evening tea kills them while you sleep. And the morning tea, that's the bitters. So that's going to expel them. So be close to a bathroom, if you know what I'm saying. Some other things you can also do. Raw pumpkin seeds are amazing for detox. Papaya is really great. Dandelion tea. So this is the yogi, the roasted dandelion tea. And they even come with a little yoga move you could do to help with your detoxification. And cilantro is really good. So, you can look up things as far as just taking some basic matters into your own hands. But a program I really like, it's like a 28-day program, and it's with Dr. Be Serious with elevationtime.com is his website, and he has a 28-day total paracleanse. I did that one time. That's also, you also removed the dairy, you removed the meat. You just really kept it. It was like fruits and veggies, and it was amazing. I looked amazing, I felt amazing. It was so easy to slip back into oh, this granola bar is healthy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Smoothies are really not that healthy, especially if you're not making these things yourself. I think that's really what the big issue is if you're not watching, if you're not monitoring where your water is coming from, where your food is coming from, you're just gonna run into the problems that have been designed for us that, we're fighting against. So I've actually heard, I went off on the tangent talking about the products, but a big thing with parasites is, right, like they're feeding off of you. They're feeding off of your energy. That's what a parasite is. It needs to attach itself to a host, and then it feeds off of the host. So it's important. Detox and purification is very important in the sense that you're probably not getting all the nutrients that you think you're getting from eating the healthy foods and such. If you've got a gut full of worms and things, they're getting it all. So you might be wondering, like, why am I not feeling well? Or why am I still lethargic? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, have you checked your gut? Have you checked the worms? Have you checked your battery? That's, okay, that was from a movie in my head, but let me keep it moving. But there's also, they live in all parts of our bodies, and a big one, Toxoplasma. And they say it comes from cats, so I'm not getting rid of my cat friend, but I will say that I need to be more vigilant. If you're around a lot of domesticated animals, you need to be more vigilant about taking care of your gut health and your parasite cleanses and things like that. And but Toxoplasma has been attributed, like, the waste that these parasites excrete. So if they're living organisms, right, like they gotta do their number ones and twos too, all up inside you. So those things translate into poisons and can literally affect your mind. When you think, oh, my willpower is weak, I'm having a craving for sugar, that more than likely isn't even you. That's some, parasites like talking it up a storm, like, hey, where the party at? Where's my sugar? Where's my bread? All these things that you don't really need. They don't like bitters. They don't like herbs. They don't like seeds. So when you're like, oh, I don't like water. Like people who say they don't like water. But I say that's not even you talking. That's the parasites. Of course you love water. Not even like water. You love water. You are like your body is predominantly water. How you not gonna like water? You know what I mean? It's just things like that. Did you gotta think about? But true, the fact about that your mind can really get messed up and your willpower can be affected because of not having a well-balanced microbiome. And during the changing of the seasons, there are many that die off, and then there are new ones that come through, just with, like I said, the changing of the seasons, allergies, things like that, different stuff in the air. So around, the solstices, the equinoxes, are always great times to do a real great cleanse, a real major cleanse. When I'm on top of my game, I typically will do the AM and PM tea once a week. And then for 1 week out of the month, I do it every day. So for 7 days. So I'm about to engage in my 7-day, I'm going to finish off the 21-day turnaround reset program. And I'm going to start up and on my detox and really paying more attention to my diet and things like that. Because even nuts, you think oh, nuts. No. When you think of nuts and seeds, it can be, you think it's just like a nice, healthy, quick snack. But those calories can add up really quickly if you're not being aware. So I'm just saying, pay attention to your gut. Listen to your gut when it's calling for you. Some ways you can pay attention to really noticing when you're getting out of balance, like skin blemishes, skin problems, lethargy, not really being able to wake up in the morning, always fatigued, migraines, problems sleeping. These are just some of the things that people just live with, thinking like, oh, I just have that issue. It's like, food really should be our medicine. I think that was Hippocrates, right? The father of modern medicine. Food should be our medicine, and medicine should be our food. What we continuously eat and it tastes good in the moment is not. You can't even consider it food. I remember they did something with Subway, and the bread, because of the sugar content, couldn't even classify as a food or something like that. I'm sure they've changed up the recipe and such since, but I would put money on it that that's more common than not, So just being more mindful, being aware, listening to your body, listening to what works and makes you feel better. If you start expelling a lot of phlegm when you're detoxing, that's a good sign. If you're experiencing a lot of phlegm and you're not detoxing, that's not a good sign. So, these are just some little tidbits as a reminder for myself also to pay more attention. This whole reset turnaround program I really wanted it to be a mind, body, spirit, soul connection. And as you know, I'm sure for those of you who've joined along, all the days haven't been easy. My tummy is feeling, well, not my gut tummy, my abadabbas are feeling a little ooh from yesterday's workout, but that's all right. One of the things my benefactor had shared in a recent master class was that true warriors, they pay first. It's not a matter of like paying and the reward after. So, it might be delightful to have that piece of cake first thing with your coffee. And side note, what's up with all these breakfast foods, your break the fast foods, being all these heavy, carby, sugary sorts of things? If you're not having like fresh fruit, then you're having like grains and carbs and processed sugar, and like that's normal. And meat done all up in some grease. Like, okay, look, I'm in the South. That sounds amazing. But I'm going to pay for that later, right? Like, and that's what the majority of us do. And I'm sure it's a reflection of the McDonaldization of society, we called it in sociology, where we just expect everything now. All the while never living in the now. Well, that's a whole nother story. So it's like, yeah, those things might be delicious, I feel like, initially. But if you're going to be tired and sluggish and out of energy later, what's the point? And we have to watch that sort of brainwashing. We have to watch that sort of flip the script trickery. Whereas, you can put in that work, you can keep your system clean, you can maintain a healthy microbiome, healthy body, healthy physicality. And then, you can enjoy here and there and splurge when you shall, versus enjoy first and then, pay for it later. Because nobody's trying to do that extra work. You'd be like, oh, well, I'll just make up for it. How many folks be like, okay, I'll do that later. And then later comes and you still didn't do it. It's things like this to just be aware of. And I hope this assists you in your health journey and your reset. And like I said, I'm definitely going to link these other folks if you want to explore some of their detox programs, their websites. They have great information on just studying more about parasites in general. And when you start looking at it, it's really gross. Like, if you even just start looking at it, you'll change, because you're like, oh my goodness, that's all up inside me. The last thing I wanted to share is Okiba Anatara. She has a 21-day program also that she just started, I think, March 1st. And it's a DFF, Detox, Flush, and Fast. And I think she's just doing it on YouTube, but she has like a Google Doc that has like a nice little plan that you can follow in terms of eliminating certain foods from your diet in order to assist with your cleanse and detox. So I will also link her and link that. Either way, I really recommend that y'all check out your gut. Check in with your gut. Check out your health and wellness. And let me know how it goes. This is a really great time to do it. We're pre the March equinox, the new season, the new year, astrologically speaking. So this is a great time to detox, a great time to cleanse your entire system. We're spring cleaning without, spring clean within. Oh, sprinkling, spring clean within. I will have this posted up on my YouTube channel, Satima Ra. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday for Tufi Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, where I'll showcase 2 moves from the Kukwa Fitness Catalog of Moves, so you're not lost in my classes. And there will not be a Saturday Day Live next Saturday because I will be in a seminar all day. But I'll see you at the following Saturday, the day before spring. Ah! here in the Western Hemisphere. All right, peeps. I love you, love you. Love you lots. Thanks for popping through. Thanks for being inspired and for inspiring me. It's a great day for we all. I love y'all so mucho. Peace, peace. May your day be blessed and wonderful. And may you get that gut clean. Peace, peace. Love you, love you. Bye-bye.